Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be our MRS22 Spring 2022 Quiz number 2 review, part 2 for the second question. Our second question is another log equation, except a little bit different. So hope you watch the first one, and you'll see in this case some similarities and a little bit difference. We have here, in this case, log base 2 of x minus 2 plus log base 2 of x plus 1 is equal to 2. In the previous question, we had the two logs adding each other equal to another log. Here it's equal to as a number. And so our first step is very similar to the last question, in where we're going to combine the two logs, the log base 2 of x minus 2 plus log base 2 of x plus 1, into a single log. So these two combine by taking the product of the two insides. So it's log base 2 of x minus 2 times x plus 1 equals 2. Now at this point, the mistake that a lot of students make is that they say, okay, I'm going to set x minus 2 times x plus 1 equal to 2, which you can't do. You can't do that, though, because it's only for logs. Okay, remember that, only for logs in this case. So only when two logs are equal to each other can you, with the same base, can you set the insides equal to each other? But there's no log on the right side. Instead, however, we're going to take a log equation and rewrite it into an exponential equation. Normal log equation is going to be the log of the base of the answer equals the exponent. Exponent. My handwriting's a little bad. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But the exponent. Now, you're saying in this case, okay, what does that mean? The base answer exponent. This corresponds to our exponential equation, usually written in this form. The base raised to the exponent equals the answer. So we see in this case the base is going to be the same base for both the log and the exponential equation. In this problem, our base is 2. Our exponent, in this case, looking at the log, is also 2, the second 2 on the outside all the way to the right. So we have 2 to the second is equal to the answer, which is that inside part of the log, x minus 2 times x plus 1. And so this is your equation. And, again, one of the things I want to share is something that my good friend of mine, Mr. Matt Feinstein from Glen Cove High School. Matt, I hope you're listening. Well, I don't know if you are, but hey, thanks. So he said, you know what? We want to start off to rewrite a log equation. You can kind of think of taking numbers in circular motion, meaning you start with the base 2 to the power of the exponent here, equal to the answer. So you're almost looking at this from a circular motion of trying to pick the numbers out. So the base 2 to whatever numbers outside here for the log equation, which represents exponent, equals the answer here. And so yes, so this is our new equation. They're equivalent to each other. These log equation and exponential equation are equivalent to each other, just rearranged in a different order. So to solve this now, we have 4, because 2 squared is 4. And when you distribute here the multiplying, we have x times x, which is x squared, and then we have x times 1, which is 1x, and neg 2 times x, which is minus 2x, and then neg 2 times 1, which is neg 2. When we combine this, we get 4 is equal to x squared minus x minus 2. Now, again, when we solve a quadratic equation, we're going to subtract both sides with the 4 to set the equation equal to 0. That's how we always solve quadratic equations. For more practice of that, watch the other videos we had in solving quadratic equations, which goes back to the factoring. And so with the factoring part, we want to find two numbers that multiply to -6 and add to -1. Well, here in this case, we have x and x. We know that because this is x squared. So two numbers that multiply -6. and add -1 are going to be -3 and +2. Okay? Now, -3 times +2 is -6. -3 plus +2 is -1 in the middle. So yeah, that works out great. We are going to set each of these factors equal to 0. So x minus 3 equals 0. X plus 2 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides. X equals 3. Subtract 2 on both sides. X equals -2. Now, we go back to the original equation, right? And both answers we solved. However, when we plug in, we will see we plug in the -2 into log base 2 of x minus 2, we get log base 2 of -4. And you can't have a negative number inside of the log. So unfortunately, this -2 has to be rejected. Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not reject the answer, it means in this case you did not finish all the work properly. So our final answer is going to be x equals 3, because see in this case log base 2 of 3, which is 3 minus 2 is 1, plus log base 2 of 3 plus 1 is 4. We'll see in this case we'll get combined together log base 2 of 4 and 2 squared is equal to 4. So all right, everybody. So let me go to this full page and see everything here. Some of you might need to, in this case, practice a little bit of your factoring. So just to let you guys know. So you will need to know how to factor or solve a quadratic formula. All right. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this is helpful to you guys. If you watched this whole video and you found it helpful, please make sure you give the video a like. Appreciate this and all. Subscribe to the channel if you have done so. Even share if anyone needs help. If you guys know students who are like, you know what, I'm just not getting it and all. I recommend practicing. Try doing this problem again without all the work written out. Okay, it definitely helps to write out the work and practice. That's so important. And we have a ton of other homework questions we can work from it as well too. So definitely try that out. Thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming and watching the video. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and be safe.